Be very careful what you say after the phrase, I am. Let me explain and explore this with you. When I conduct leadership workshops, I often begin by asking the participants to complete this sentence, I am ... You will be quite surprised at some of the responses I get from these participants. Here are some of the responses. I am a single mother. I am an alcoholic. I am an Oxford graduate. I am a retired army colonel. I am a diabetic. Why do I do this exercise? Here is why. Because what you say after I am is actually a declaration you're making to the world and to yourself about yourself. This is also a narrative you are creating about yourself. This is a story you are telling yourself, and the story you tell yourself crystallizes into your identity. For instance, when you say, I am a Democrat, you are actually setting yourself up subconsciously to dislike the Republicans. If you say, I am a single mother, you are subtly and subconsciously repelling men who may be drawn to you. When you say, I am an alcoholic, you are defining yourself on the basis of your limitation. And when you say you are Jewish or Catholic or communist or Muslim or a feminist, what you're really doing is creating a narrow identity and story about yourself. Why does this matter? Here is why. When you create a narrow identity for yourself, you subconsciously develop a tribal mindset. And you will tend to see somebody with a different identity as your competitor and even your enemy. So the person with a different identity becomes the other. This otherization is the source of all conflicts and wars in the world today. When you define yourself in a narrow manner, you are sowing the seeds not just of conflict, but even of violence. However, when you define yourself universally or broadly, like I am a compassionate human being, I am a spiritual explorer, I am a citizen of the world, I am a lover of beautiful things. When you do something like this, you are creating an identity that transcends a tribal mindset. So create a universal story and an empowering identity about yourself rather than a narrow one which limits you. So be very careful what you say after I am. Because what you say becomes your story, and your story creates and even determines your destiny. And ultimately, you become the story you tell yourself.